and all. This is Nagendra from Mechanical Department. Today our topic is projections of solid. Then first of all, what is solid? A solid is a three-dimensional object having length, breadth and thickness. These all are the solids. Here the classification of the solid is two types. That is, the first one is polyhedra and another one is solid of revolution. First of all, we see what is polyhedra, right? Polyhedra is a solid which is bounded by the plane figures. You already know plane is a two-dimensional object, right? When polyhedra is bounded by the plane figures, right? In this polyhedra, it is again classified into tetrahedra, hexahedra, octahedra, dodecahedra, icosahedra, and another type of the polyhedra is prisms and pyramids. These are one of the classification in the solid. And another one is solid of revolution. Here the solid of revolution. What is solid of revolution means? If you consider one plane, rectangular plane or triangular plane, any other plane, the plane rotates or revolves about their axis, it forms the solid of revolution. Here this is solid of revolution and this is also one of the solid of revolution. These are the classification. Again, classifications of the solid of revolution is three types. That is, first one is cylinder, cone and sphere. These are the classifications in the solid of revolution. Now first we see polyhedra, right? Polyhedra, we already know that polyhedra is a solid which is bounded by the plane figures. In this polyhedra, first one, tetrahedra. Tetrahedra is a tetrahedra is a solid which is four equilateral triangles, right? Tetrahedra is a solid which is bounded by the four equilateral triangles, right? This is tetrahedra. Then what is hexahedra? Hexahedra means it is a solid which is bounded by the six equal square faces, right? Six equal square faces. Then after that, what is octahedra? Octahedra means it is a solid which is bounded by the eight equilateral triangle faces, right? Eight equilateral triangle faces. Then what is dodecahedra? Dodecahedra means it is also a solid which is bounded by the 12 pentagonal shapes. Which is bounded by the 12 pentagonal shapes. After that, what is icosahedra? Icosahedra means it is also a solid which is bounded by the 20 equilateral triangles. These all are the types in the polyhedra. Then what is other types of the polyhedrons is, the first one is prisms and second one is pyramids, right? Now you see what is a prism. First of all, you see what is the prism. Prism is a solid which is bounded by the two similar plane figures, right? Prisms is a solid which is bounded by the two similar faces, that is, top face and bottom face is same and the surrounding faces are rectangular faces, right? In this prism, again it is classified into square prism, pentagonal prism, rectangle, triangular, and hexagonal. These are the basic types of the prisms we have. We already know that prism is a solid which is bounded by the two similar faces, that is, top face and bottom face is same and the surrounding edges are rectangular faces. In this we have five types of the prisms we have. That is, first one is square prism. Here you observe that the top face is square and bottom shape is also a square and the surrounding edges are rectangular faces, then it is called as a square prism. You observe here, this is a pentagonal prism. Here the top face is a pentagonal shape and bottom shape is also a pentagonal shape, and the surrounding edges are rectangular shapes. This is called the pentagonal prism. This is square prism and this is pentagonal prism. And another one we have, this is a triangular prism. Here the top face is triangle and bottom shape is also a triangle, and the surrounding edges is rectangles. This is called the triangular prism. We already know the prism is that it is a solid bounded by the two plane figures, that is top face and bottom face is similar and the surrounding edges are rectangular faces. We already seen the types in the prisms, that is square prism, triangular prism, pentagonal prism, hexagonal prism and rectangular prism. Here we observe the square prism. Here the top face and bottom face is square shape and the surrounding edges are rectangular faces. Here you already observe that axis line, the imaginary line drawn between the center of the top face to the center of the bottom face is called the axis line. These all are the types in the prisms. That is, if the top face and bottom face is a square shape and the surrounding edges are rectangles, it is called square prism. If the top face and bottom face is pentagonal shape and the surrounding edges are rectangles, it is called pentagonal prism, right? And triangular prism. If the top face is triangle and bottom face is triangle and the surrounding edges are rectangles, then it is called triangular prism. These are the prisms we have. After that, we go for the pyramids, right? We already seen the prism. In the view of the prism, the top face and bottom face is a shape and the surrounding edges are rectangular faces. In the view of the pyramid, you observe the top face is a vertex or apex point and the bottom part is the shape, right? You observe this, the bottom part is a pentagonal shape and the surrounding edges are triangles and the top portion is apex point. This is called pentagonal pyramid. If you observe, this is a bottom part is a square shape and the top face is apex point and the surrounding edges are triangular faces. It is called square pyramid, right? These are the, you observe the diagram, the imaginary line joining the vertex point to center of the base is called axis line. This is axis line and the edges, these edges is called slant edges. Slant edges, right? This is the overview of the prisms and pyramids. After that, we go for the solid of revolution. After that, another type in the solids is solid of revolution. What is solid of revolution? Means if a plane figures like a rectangle or a triangle or a semicircle revolves about their own axis, If you consider, these are the types in the solid of revolution. First one is cylinder, second one is cone and third one is sphere. What is cylinder? If a rectangular plane, one of its edge is fixed and revolution of the another edge, it gets the cylindrical shape. Right? You observe here, this is a rectangle shape. One of its edge is fixed and the revolution of the another, you get cylindrical shape. This is cylindrical shape. After that, this is cylindrical shape. After that, if you take the right angle triangle, one of its perpendicular edge is fixed and the revolution of the another edge, you get the cone. This is cone. And after that, you go for the semicircle. If the diameter of the semicircle is fixed and the revolution of the another, you get semicircle. Right? These are the solid of revolution, and here this is called axis line. This is axis and this is base. In the cylinder, you observe the top face is a circle and bottom face is also a circle and the surrounding edges is called generators. You observe the cylinder, the top face is a circle and bottom shape is also a circle and the surrounding edges is called, these are called generators. The imaginary line drawn between the top face center to the bottom face center is called axis line. After that, you go for the cone. Here the top face, you observe that is a apex point and bottom face is a circular shape. right? The imaginary line drawn between the apex point to the center of the circle is called axis line. This is the one type of the solid of revolution. And another one is, we get sphere. In the sphere, one of the diameter line is fixed, and the revolution of the another one, you get the complete spherical shape, right? This is the complete overview of the solids. Thank you.